Okay, I'm gonna try and sit down with the skirt and hope I don't flash you. There we go. I'm gonna stare at myself a little bit longer just to make sure that this setting is just as I like it. It's cool, you're gonna see my reflection back there. We've got a mirror in the back, we've got loads of gold accent, we've got some fun print. I've just draped it over the couch so that it just adds some color. We've got some more fun prints. A nice little quote that I got for Nyla's room, but doesn't live in Nyla's room. This is such a long intro to what's already going to be a long video. I already know it. But welcome back. I'm sorry I didn't have a video for you on Monday. The weekend was madness, and on Sunday I had the option of either putting up a video and editing it on that same day or staying with Nyla, and I chose to just be with Nyla, especially since I'd actually left her from Friday and came back on Saturday because I had to go on a trip. So I came back Saturday night, so I was gonna spend that time with my daughter. That's what I opted to do at that point in time. But anyway, thank you for coming back to my channel, and I hope you'll bear with me as I try and figure out my schedule and ways to just make sure I stick to my Monday and Thursdays, but at least you know for sure that I will have a Thursday video up, and I will try my best to be making sure I have a Monday video up, but I'm trying to get my rhythm together. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, so haven't done my taking stock video yet, which means today we're getting into taking stock. Feb. Jeez. Like, ow. We're already done with Monday. Monday. We're already done with January. Isn't that madness? Like, it's no longer 12 months to go. It's 11 months, and then it's 2019. It's crazy. And you know how February will just whiz past through. Okay, so before I start with today's taking stock, I just want to share that I only realized after I put up and had filmed last month's taking stock that there's a lot more elements to it, because in the 2+ years I've been doing this, all I ever referenced was the lady I got this whole taking stock idea from, without realizing that I should have gone to the lady that she got it from, who's the originator of this whole series. Because what this lady did is that she picked her favorite things, and I didn't realize there's like 30 items in the original list, and she just picked maybe her favorite 20. So all this time, I've been missing out on 10 more items, which also means this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than you're used to. So I better just start. Room in my life to learn and to ask questions without feeling stupid. Because I feel like maybe that used to stop me before, but I'm just ready to learn. Like the other day I was with Susan, and we were at the beach at Diani, and I just was like, you know what, I've just never understood. I don't know what she said about the tides, and I was like, I don't understand why 1 minute tide is here and the next tide is there. And she was like, magnetic fields, da da da, and I was like, I don't get it. But so is them like, why aren't magnetic fields affecting anything else? Why is it just the tide that it seems to be pulling and bringing it back? And usually I'd have stopped at some point to just be like, yo, don't really show how little you know about the subject. Like, they're just gonna think, God, did she not go past high school? What's wrong with this one? But I'm okay being the person who doesn't know or have all the answers in a room. And I'm okay asking questions. And I'm learning that most of the time people are actually happy to give their answers, and they won't look at you like, geez, not too smart, are you, huh? They'll just start sharing. So I've been asking questions. I've been learning a lot about, like, you know, like the tides and the magnetic fields, or like Hinduism, things that I normally wouldn't ask about, I'm now curious about, and I just want to soak it all in. Way more mangoes now that they're in season, which I don't know if you know, but I had a soft spot for mangoes when I was pregnant, and I feel like Nyla likes mangoes. I don't know if I'm just making that up, but I really like mangoes, and now that they're in season, that's what I'm having a lot more of these days. Smoothies and green tea. I've finally come back to the light. I've let go of all, okay, not all of them. I was gonna say I've let go of all my unhealthy habits. I haven't, that's not quite true, but I am trying to get back to where I used to be. 2 books at the same time, which I probably should show you, so give me a second. Okay, so these, oh geez, I hope I didn't flash you. Ooh. Okay, is it upside down? Wait, no. Okay, these are the 2 books I'm now reading. I know, I think I mentioned this last time. Still haven't finished it. And so now I'm reading this one as well, which is Sophie Kinsella, and it's called Finding Audrey. I feel like this is my version of procrastination because it's February and I still haven't finished a single book, and my goal was to read a total of 15 books. I don't know why I decided to read 2 at the same time, but that's what I'm at right now, and I'm about a quarter way through each. Where are you guys? Have you finished a book yet? Tell me. A 3-day break, desperately. I don't know if it's me who doesn't manage my time well, but I find that I blink and it's lunchtime, and then I blink again and then it's the next morning and I haven't finished all the things I needed to do. I haven't sent the email I needed to send or put up the article or the video, and yet I still feel productive because I'm doing things. I just feel like maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I'm doing too much, actually. Yeah, that might just be it. But I could use a holiday is what I'm trying to say. Like a no work, no mandatory Instagram filming type of holiday. Forward to making February an even better month than Jan. And I mean, January was okay, but I just felt like it had a slow start. But February, I'm just like, there's a lot. And actually, you guys, you know what I realized? Like, one of the things I want for myself this year is to be, there's a lot of things, but like a couple of them, for instance, is say I want to gain an incredible amount of strength. I want to come out of this year stronger than I was at the beginning of it. And I also want to make so much money this year, like more money than I've ever made. Those are some of my goals, right? But then I remember Oprah saying one time that whenever you pray or ask for something like that, like if the thing you wanted to gain or learn this year was confidence or forgiveness, then what the world will do, what God does and what the universe does, is that it presents you with these tough moments that will help you build on that skill or that value. So if it's forgiveness, you're gonna be in situations where you're just like, oh, I've got to forgive. If it's strength, you're gonna be in situations where you're just like, yo, I've got to be strong. I've got to give my all. If it's money, I'm going to work my butt off, and it means getting very tired. But you know, whatever we dream of and whatever we ask for, we ultimately will be tested, because that's the only way we will get to where we want to be. I've probably really digressed, but The Moth podcasts is my favorite thing ever. It is so good. It's so good. I'm telling you, you want to download it. And it's so different from my usual podcast, because I usually go for like self-help or business type of podcast. And this is just incredible stories by the average human being. And they are like about 10 minutes long, not too long, but they could be the most mundane story of getting a haircut, or a story of someone who was imprisoned for 18 years for a crime he did not commit. And it's just like, to actively practice gratitude. And even though I think for the most part I practice great gratitude and I'm a grateful person, it's still like sometimes I can find myself being like, what's going on? And this person is so difficult, or this situation is just so tough. But it's all just about perception, and you can change it, and suddenly something that was a chore or a task or difficult is a blessing. And I'm really trying to practice gratitude as much as I can. That I could really try and figure out how to deal with a dry scalp. You guys don't know this, but I have just about the driest scalp ever, and it just became so bad in the past, I want to say 6 weeks or so. And I'm here for any of your tips that have worked for you, because I've tried a couple of things and it doesn't seem to be working. So please just let me know if you've had this situation. What did you do? Because I need to figure it out. Instagram. And I feel like I started off being in love with Instagram, and then I just fell off at some point. And then I got back and I was trying to understand it. It's like coming back into a relationship and you're like, does it work? Are we still compatible? Does it feel right? And now I'm really getting into the groove of things. I'm really enjoying it. And I know I don't know if it's probably not the case for everyone, but for me, Instagram is a business, it's a source of income, so I have to treat it with a certain kind of seriousness, but I'm also having fun with it so that it doesn't just become this task, but also a way for me to just curate images that really move me and hopefully move others. For Nyla's birthday, which is only like 90 something days away. It's probably not even. Give me a second. Oh. Okay, it's actually 89 more days to Nyla's birthday. It's so crazy. I'm now way more excited about her birthday than I am for my birthday, which is about a month away. But it's like, man, whatever. Her birthday though, her birthday. The fact that I spent over 36 hours away from Nyla this past weekend, and I was okay, and she was okay, and I was able to work and do what needed to be done and focus on the job at hand, and she had a great time with her grandmother. I'm so proud of the both of us, because I thought it would be the toughest thing ever. I thought it would be impossible, but we did it. I went to Diani and I worked and I created content that I'm really happy with for our 2 cents, which is up already, by the way. If you want to check it out, please do. And she was with my mom and she was amazing. Which sites you visit the most? And I guess it's because I'm just curious, like, if you go to a website, what do you look for? Are you looking for humor? What kind of websites do you go to? Is it fashion-based? Is it sports-based? Is it knowledge-oriented? Just please let me know. I'm just so curious to know. The fact that I've really been going out of my comfort zone lately and doing things like going for events or being part of campaigns that I normally wouldn't go for because I'd be like, oh, maybe it's too controversial, maybe it's too much of a statement. But I'm just pushing myself to do things that will help me expand as a human being, as opposed to just doing the same thing forever, because who actually wants that for themselves? Definitely not me. So I'm really loving the fact that I just have been going out of my comfort zone, getting studio lights just so I can film in the evenings, because sometimes, actually most times, my days are mad. It's just madness. So I figure if I have studio lights, then I can just film in the evening. So but I just need to actually do it, because I say that and then I don't actually get into researching which are the best lights and all that stuff. But I will for sure. In the next couple of months, I have to make that my reality. Have to. The Client List on Netflix, which is actually like an old show. I mean, it's been around for, I think, like 6 years or something. It started, I think, in 2012. I'm not entirely sure. But I just like the fact that it doesn't require you to be fully present. You know, like the way when you're watching Game of Thrones, you have to watch every second because you don't know what subliminal messages are being passed and you're just gonna miss the entire thing. But this is easy. This is easy to watch. And I can like have it playing as I'm changing Nyla's diaper or like tidying up. It's something that I can have playing in the background. To take better care of my nails. You guys, I don't know if you know this, but I probably have mentioned it, but I have a nasty habit of chewing up my nails whenever I'm overwhelmed, but I've really been trying to take care of them now. I'm just also seeing that my cuticles aren't exactly the prettiest, but I feel good about them, and they're just slowly looking decent compared to what they were, because they were just a mess and they were bleeding and just horrible. Green tea with passion and jasmine, because that's what I'm having, and it's just so good. And I think I have this tea because it smells amazing. I mean, it also tastes good, but the scent, oh. Very little makeup on my face, very little makeup actually. A black turtleneck, it's not really a turtleneck, and a red skirt, which I really hope I'm not flashing you, but it's a short red skirt. It's sort of A-line. I'm going to try and stand. Can you see that? Yeah, sort of A-line. I don't know if that shows you. I'm standing really awkwardly so that you see. It's got faux zipper details. I love it. I love it, and I wore it with Converse today. I don't often wear short skirts, and especially short skirts that have this very preppy look to them, but like I said, we're changing things up in 2018, ladies and gents. That this Nairobi heat wave is here to stay, and it's just a lot. That I'm going to have to say no quite a bit, just so that I don't wear myself out or spread myself too thin. About the different ways that I can try and express my passions outside of just creating content. Like, how else can I put what's in here and in here, you know, out here. So I'm really trying to figure that out and to see the best ways to do that. Out my clothes, which means I need to be quite cutthroat. And the truth is, like, I'm just so open to letting go of pieces because I think that also creates room for new things and great things to come into your life, whether that's something spiritual or clothes. So I'm going to do a purge soon, and I will be very cutthroat, and I'll just let go of all the clothes that I haven't worn in a while, or clothes that don't speak to me anymore. More things online. I've been finding myself going online and making some purchases. I actually did that like 2 days ago, so I'm just here like waiting to see how soon they'll get here, if it works, if it fits, if I like it. But I'm just opening up to the idea of online shopping a lot more. A little comment that I got on my Instagram, it was actually like a private message, and so I don't know, well, you guys know that I've been trying to speak more Swahili lately, right? But not just any Swahili, but Swahili Sanifu, right? So I was in Diani, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, you may not have seen it, but I did do an Insta story of me just, I just come from speaking Swahili, and Francis was next to me, and Francis was like, "Whoa, Sharon, your Swahili is actually getting better, what?" And so in my excited state, I decided to put it on my Insta stories to be like, "Francis, just say it again, what did you say?" And someone was like, "You shouldn't even be proud of that. You're supposed to be a role model, and being proud of something like that, it's just a little disappointing." I mean, I don't know. Like, first of all, I don't like this space on my channel to ever be like a negative thing, like let's bash people, or like, oh my god, let's like, what is this person thinking, that kind of thing. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because I just feel like, I mean, for the most part, the internet is a good place, but sometimes there's just so much like heavy judgment that we could do without. And I think if people were more accommodating or less judgmental, I don't know, like in that case, I would love to sit down across from that person, from that lady actually, and just ask like, so would you rather I cried about it, or I was sad about it, or I didn't celebrate that I'm getting better? Or would you rather I go back in time, which is obviously an impossibility. So like, what would you rather at this point? That I celebrate the fact that I'm learning this language and trying to learn it as best as I can, like the real Swahili Sanifu, or I just keep quiet and pretend that I've got everything together and I've figured everything out and I'm perfect, and I do not. I don't know, is what I'm trying to say. And I think if we could just all be a little bit more thoughtful and kind, it just would take us a lot further, if you know what I mean. But I also, God, I don't even like talking about, I hope it's not coming out like, let me tell you what happened, because it's not about that. It's just sometimes I just wish I could sit across some of these people and just have a conversation. At the cutest video of Nyla ever. It was, so my mom sent it to me. I wasn't with her, and she was watching Nyla, and it was a video of Nyla giggling, like proper baby giggles. And it is the funniest thing. It is the cutest thing. Maybe I can play it now. Actually, I think I'll play it now. Okay, listen, one more time. Here, listen. That just makes me so happy. A plane right now. a little nervous about my goal of putting up 2 videos a week. I know I said it at the beginning of this video, but I'm just gonna say it again. I want to try my best to figure out how to put 2 videos up a week. But right now, it's just a lot. Like, I feel like I'm juggling what I do, like the YouTube videos, with the admin work that you don't see, which is things like the finance bit and like the emails bit and the proposals bit, which is also a big part of what I do. And then all the events and things that I've been saying yes to, just so I open myself up to new things and to learning. And then I also work at Capital FM and I put up 2 videos on their platform a week, and I edit about half of those videos, right? So, and then on top of that, I'm also trying to be a mom and be present and just have quality time with my little lady, who at this point, like, I'm all, like, I need to be there for her. I guess I'm just trying to say it's a lot, but I want to figure it out because I want to make 2 videos a week work. So just be patient with me and I will figure it out. A good pair of mom jeans. I just want some really cool mom jeans, things that aren't even like perfectly fitted, because all I have are like skinny jeans. So I just want to play around, something that's not fitted and just is different. But I don't know where to get it, but I've been looking at a lot of places here and online, and hopefully I will find a pair and I will share with you where I got them, so that if you're looking for a pair of mom jeans, you can get them too. To spread the word around women empowerment and equality and gender equality is something I'm going to be doing this year and maybe next year as well. I want to have more serious conversations, and you guys know this because I had a video up about mental health. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would go that route and I would share something so heavy, but these are things that mean something to me, and if I can make someone's life or world a little bit better, either by using my platforms or actually giving my time, money, energy to just contributing to this cause, then I will do it. So I really want to try and do that. And yes, I know that there's a boy child. I know that. I always get a comment or 2 about that, but I'm just talking about what I feel passionately about at this point. And if you feel passionately about the boy child, then I implore you, please go out there and do something about that. And maybe even one day I will get there. But right now, it just, the woman and empowering the woman just really resonates with me. And that's it. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and thank you for watching. And don't worry, I will leave this, all the little points and the segments and the sections that I spoke of, everything, I will leave it in the description box, so that if you have a blog, if you have a YouTube channel and you want to take this series on for yourself, then you can do so. It's just copy paste. It's all going to be in the description box. Thank you for always coming back here and showing me love and just being the greatest people in the world. Don't look at my butt. Don't look at my butt. Mwah. Bye.